Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to SVSU Esports League of Legends game once again. I'm your commentator, Brittany, joined by Connor once again.
Hello, everyone.
Currently, we are viewing the drafting process for our League of Legends A team. Same people that we had last time. It is going to be Shane as our top lane, Tyler as jungle. Wow, I can think. Brian as our mid, Matt as our ADC, and Lucas as our support. Uh, their gamer tags in that order are going to be SV, followed by FF15 North Row, Vanilla Gorilla. What is Cactus GAT? I can't read that, Pip. I can't read theirs. Okay. Uh, in other words, let us begin. First pick off of Behrend's team is Nocturne. First pick off of the other team, or our team, is Senna. We are going to be starting red side this time. Second pick that we have off of our side is Victor. Our three bans at the bottom, Behrend or Penn State has banned Soraka, Vigar, and Belva. We have banned Jax, Blitzcrank.
And Vane.
I think that's Vayne, yeah. It's looking like second and third picks are Karma and Jinx off Penn State side. And our third pick is going to be Caitlyn. Now we're going on to our second set of bans. The first set of bans is going to be, or our second to last ban off of our side is going to be Vi. So our second to last ban is Vi. Their second to last ban is Vol. Our last ban.
Gotta say this banning system looks a lot nicer than last time.
The ban thing must be froze because all I see it's stuck at 20 seconds.
Okay, I shouldn't have complimented this system. It's
Uh,
fascinating.
it has not moved. No, do. That's fine. Uh, I can see. Right, so our second to last band was Vi. Theirs was Voli. Our last one was Nar. Their last one was Udyr. We have picked a Mumu. They're picking. Going to be seeing an actual pick this game. Oh, a Swain. That's fine. Their last pick is going to be. Do 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 do.
You can't sing that. We're gonna get copyright struck.
Uh, I'm not using the physical audio. We're fine.
Alright, good point.
All right, their last one is a Renekton.
So that's how you say its name. I never knew how.
And our last pick is going to be. Mm, mm, mm. As long as I'm not using the actual audio, we are okay. Is it? That, that didn't say
It
it!
looked like a Malphite.
Is it a Malphite? It is a Malphite, okay. So, interessante.
So now, since they went through the website for bans, they just start the
So,
game and pick those
yep.
people, right?
Well, what's gonna happen is because they went through this website actually, yeah, it throws in their tournament draft and it does it automatically for them. And then it'll move them into position on whoever's taking what. And then obviously we'll still be on spectator delay for the game, and then bum bum bum. So once again, anyone for joining, we will be on red side. We're gonna be top right. Currently we are just running through the lovely, lovely drafting process all over again. So that'll be done in a few moments. We're seeing a Malphite top. We're gonna see a Moo jungle. They're gonna have. Why am I blanking on this? So Renekton top, Nocturne. Yep, Nocturne jungle. This is interesting because they're when you do your little research on your teams, I'm kind of surprising we're seeing a Nocturne and not a Echo, according to their jungler.
I'll beat it out of you.
GG.
Maybe it was to counter one of our players.
Possibly. Because they, we were looking at the data. We weren't given much info on how to really play for it, because they only had like 2 or 3 champions that they could really see that there was any data on. So they were kind of like more iffy on what to do jungle side of things, really. But obviously we're going to be seeing a Moo jungle because we're not going to be able to see a Bel'Veth at all this season. And then we're seeing an Udyr and a Volibear ban on their side. So there are 3 counter picks that I'm seeing for their bans. Or their picks for their first 3 bans are all like jungle bans, pretty much. And then the other 2 is Veigar and Soraka. So obviously they're banning the Soraka for like Lucas. And then the Veigar. So we're seeing a lot of like hard picks against.
I thought they were just banning the Soraka because they're annoying to play against.
That's fair. That is fair too.
Maybe they don't want to build anti-heal no matter what.
That is fair. It's also interesting because this is a team comp that the Penn State's giving us that I don't see very often. Because some of these are champions that you don't particularly see a lot. Or that I feel because it's not every day that I see a Renekton.
Yeah, Jinx and Nocturne are pretty common most days, but
Karma I don't see very often
yeah,
as well.
Karma, Renekton, and Swain. Swain's usually played as top lane, so it's interesting to see him in mid currently.
Oh, I also must say we do have a patch came out, and we do have some updates. Asol is not being played right now. Asol is like ripped right now. He is very, very OP. As we all know, for any league champion when they get changed or whatever, they're busted.
Yeah,
Asol is in that category right now.
well, it takes like one rework to make them good, and then they have to find out how to make them not as good.
That is, yeah. But Asol is like tearing through things right now, and they also, ECAC had to do a little bit of adjusting around like some of the items that there are. They're kind of like with certain champions that they're paired. ECAC had to make like regulations on that as well. For example, there was in a specific item with Rel that was making her extremely busted, so they had to kind of ban that. You need the notebook?
And also it captures from the front.
What?
It captures from the front of the top.
Yep. I thought But yeah, like ECAC's doing a little bit better regulating like stuff, especially with like these patches coming out and us having to make sure that like people aren't just tearing through other teams because of really like busted uh new items or like new buffs or nerfs from the patches. So ASOL currently, since he has been reworked, cannot be played for a little bit, according to ECAC regulations as well. Because they have it as where if it's a new or reworked champion, they cannot like be played for a certain amount of time. I know if it's like a brand new champion, that's 5 days.
I feel like it should be a little bit longer before a patch comes out.
Patches normally would come out on Wednesdays. This one it came out yesterday because they had to like postpone it for another day, but that's not a big deal. Um, Normally it comes out on Wednesday, and then league games are obviously Friday, so it gives them 2 days. They actually last time they didn't have a regulation against it. And it kind of like screwed over a team. Because the reworked it wasn't really always reworked. It was always like brand new, and the only like last new one that we had was Cassante. Looky, looky, we are in Summoner's Rift now. That is Penn stateside.
And it's a leaderboard.
That is a Twitch.
So it's 2 minutes 30 seconds that we're behind for the spectator delay.
No, so this spectator delay, this spectator delay is already over for us. I don't know how long the delay is for the stream there.
So how long typically is the spectator delay? Is there like a set time, or is it just until something happens?
So this is automatic. We have to have a delay on the stream so that way like the other team doesn't get any, like.
Well, yeah, but do we have like an exact number on like what the time is? Like, is it 3 minutes, 2 minutes?
So for our stream, it's 3 minutes. For okay, so when we finally start seeing the league match, it's a total of 6 minutes. It's 3 of them from like our SVSU delay stream, and then it's an additional 3 for league client. We're already seeing some swipes taken off of our mid. Hide that. Full screen that as well. There we go. Already seeing mid lane kind of tussling it out a little bit. Oh, yeah, top lane. Thank you, Pip.
It does look like bot lane's starting to take a little bit of damage as well down there.
On both sides.
Now, in the early game like this, health can be a huge resource. Just if you're low on health, you miss out. You have to either make one or two choices. You can stay inside the lane and continue to get minions at the risk of being killed and give more XP and gold to the other team, or you can go back and then heal up, buy items, whatnot, and then that will also take a toll on how many minions and gold you'll get. So there's always a risk when taking into consideration how much health you have. That's one of the most valuable resources, especially in the early game. In the late game, there are some items that can kind of negate the need of health. If you have lifesteal, if you're doing a lifesteal build, it doesn't matter how much health you usually lose, you can get it all back. But in the early game like this, there's not many choices you have other than buying potions.
Has a blue buff for Tyler's side. Wait a minute. He's in the enemy jungle.
stealing the other
Nocturne is
jumpers.
on. Nocturne's on wolves. Kind of close. Close to where blue buff is. Oh no, wait, never mind. Amumu is out. Amumu has left.
Got the Rift Scuttler as well.
It's got the crab.
Like Renekton's trying to do a little bit of damage in. But
Able to get it, however.
it's able to get out even though the Nocturne came for the gank. That is quite a bit of health he lost from that though.
He did.
Looks like SVSU's bot lane is doing a little better on health currently. Kind of pushing up their minion wave into the tower a little bit. We see the Renekton and Malphite fighting currently, but both of them are pretty low health, so we might see a first blood soon here. I'm getting a root to do a little extra damage. Renekton's really trying to go for that kill, but with Malphite playing so close to tower, it's not very easy for him to get inside there.
That lane is definitely full of action here, as we can see the camera's kind of staying close to Shane. We are seeing Shane though with a little bit of little love on health.
Low on health and mana. Renekton.
Momo getting the gank and taking first blood.
Seems like SVSU is also trying to take Drag.
SVSU engaging on Inferno. Now we have Senna, Amumu, and Victor all on it. Looking like it's going to be an easy steal on the Drake for SVSU currently. And there it is. Now I see Victor go back up to mid to take care of Swain.
Like Amumu is also heading up there. You could see a potential gank here. There is a ward in that bush though.
Unfortunately, Swain probably saw that he was there.
Amumu goes in, doesn't get much use out of the stun though. Victor takes 8 damage, uses flash. Amumu seems to retreat and go get his raptors. There is really low on health currently.
Back up at top with Malphite and Renekton. Both seem to be at higher health than we saw them last time. Both are trying to take pretty decent damage.
Seems as Malphite is getting these trades a little bit
Nocturne is now in his enemy's jungle, getting the blue buff. Amumu, however, coming towards him, but still a little far, so I don't think you will ever see him. Is it just me, or is he brighter than he was last time?
He's using a different
chroma
color for his skin.
He's using a different chroma. I was gonna say, that's a different color than it was last time.
Oh! Was able to steal the Scuttle Crab, and they might get the kill here too. Except for a Flash is gonna make it a little more difficult. They both used Flash. Not quite getting it though.
Oh, never mind, Victor! Victor taking out the Nocturne. Wow.
The ability does have a bit of range to it.
Wow. I think bot lane has a little bit going on as well. Oh, never mind, we're back in mid. Oh, looks like Renekton's coming down to try and take care of mid lane, taking out Victor. Swain getting that last hit, however, Mumu trying to jump in, however, Mumu not being enough, and Renekton gets Mumu, evening out the score on kills between both teams. also very, very close game from what we're seeing, because they're both pretty close on kills. They're both pretty close on gold. There's only like a 500 difference in gold, because we're seeing they're both at 12 point whatever. If I'm doing my math correct.
It is getting
It is.
bit of a smaller gap currently, though. Only 200 difference currently. Seems like their bot lane is really taking a lot of damage, trying their best to defend their tower currently, though. The Renekton was getting a little close to the tower, so Malphite went there to chase him away from it.
Yeah, we're seeing Caitlyn and Senna are actually doing a pretty decent amount of taking off damage off of each other. Oh, and it looks like we didn't get the alert for it, but I now see that we have a Herald. I can see it up at the top. Our counter has went up, so we have a Herald. I don't know why we didn't get the alert for the Herald, but we have a Herald.
It's like Malphite's pushing his wave closer and closer to Renekton's tower. Malphite's really trying to punish the Renekton for having low health, making sure he can't get much of the XP and gold from the minions there.
Mid lane's looking a little
in the jungle, could be seeing a potential gank here.
I see Swain and Nocturne are both channeling. It looks like they're both going to be going back spawn planes for them. However, we did see SVSU traveling down the river towards where Drake is.
Oh, the Mumu jumps in. Is able to get the stun.
There goes
double kill.
Goes Jinx. Looks like they were just taking care of bot lanes, that way they'd be able to get Drake. However, I do see, according to the map, Swain is on the way towards Drake. Oh, Herald has also been summoned.
SVSU's put the other team in a pretty bad position currently.
Oh, it went towards bot lane. I did not realize. It does not help, because now they've slain another one. That's an Ocean Drake going to SVSU. We're going to have Mountain Soul for this game. And then we're going to also be seeing the Herald taking off a pretty good chunk of damage off of that turret.
A lot of armor plate money on bot lane there for SVSU. The gold difference has now skyrocketed compared to what it was earlier.
Now we're seeing a Mumu and the bot laners going towards Nocturne, taking out Nocturne. They might try and go after the other bot laners on the enemy team. Not sure. Because I do see Senna trying to go around.
Looks like the Karma is pretty low on health. Could be pretty risky going into the tower like that.
Oh, hello top lane. I mean, hello bottom lane. Now we're back at top lane. Looks like Malphite's taking care of enemy vision, so they cannot see if our jungler is in the bushes. We see Victor in mid lane with Swain.
Does look like he's running a little low on mana right now, though.
Fortunately.
He might, yep, he's recalling back. Maybe get a little bit of usage out of the gold he has.
Malphite was a little too far in next to our friend. However,
Saw Nocturne ult to dive on top of the Malphite.
unfortunately,
By
Malphite
diving tower. But it looks like the tower takes care of the
Oh
Nocturne.
no, Malphite took care of it. Malphite unfortunately dying though as well, and Amumu jumping in, take care of Renekton. And Renekton
kill there.
taken.
As well as the shutdown for a little extra gold from the bounty.
And taking their first turret goes to SVSU in bot lane.
Seeing almost a 4K difference in gold currently. Caitlyn ulting the Karma to get the kill.
SVSU doing a little bit better than they were a second ago. Another double kill on Jinx.
That Nocturne really can't afford to fight both of those alone. But looks like Swain's coming down as well as Victor. Victor trying to get the Nocturne, and he was able to. Renekton coming to assist them.
Renekton assisting them. Swain kind of getting out of there with like a fifth or a fourth of his health. We see Amumu once again in the enemy jungle, taking the blue buff once again.
Seems like Renekton's going up there to stop him, maybe? No?
No, but right, Renekton is ignoring him, going up to Malphite. Taking care of him at that turret. And clearing off the minion horde.
Renekton is taking care of those minions rather quickly. Might be hard to keep up with them.
Just a little bit.
Seems like top lane is the top lane and mid lane are the most evenly matched lanes this game so far.
Off the side. I'm seeing pings from him as well. Mountain Drake spawning in about a minute and a half. Herald is spawning soon. And it looks like Amumu is around here. However, we are also seeing Jinx around here as well. It looks like Jinx and Nocturne are going to be starting on Herald. On the enemy side. Oh, and here comes Karma helping as well. And a Renekton coming down as well. It looks like SVSU
Seeing a team fight here.
and Mumu coming in might try and steal it.
Doesn't look like he was able to.
Unfortunately, Nocturne taking it, so enemy team has it. Malphite taking care of Nocturne though, Renekton taking care of Victor. Looks like Caitlyn taking care of Renekton. Looks like Malphite's going after and taking care of the Karma. Caitlyn taking care of the Swain and the Karma.
It's a pretty good
And now
net positive for SVSU, only losing one person in that team fight while taking out 4.
Now we're seeing everyone spawn back, and it looks like we might be going down towards Mountain Drake since that was the next thing spawning. And the last ping that we have is 25 seconds. However, it looks like it's here now. Oh, never mind. 3 seconds. Same difference. Renekton did use Unleash Teleport, but I'm pretty sure it's just up towards top lane with Malphite. We do see Amumu and Caitlyn getting down here as they start on it. Just like Nocturne is at his camp though, unfortunately, so hopefully we don't see anything from here. Renekton, or not Renekton, Nocturne getting it. Amumu slaying the dragon.
Only one more, and then we have Mountain Soul for SVSU.
We see Renekton taking a tower. It looks like he took one off of SCSU in top lane. Seeing a little bit of damage back and forth. Look at those chickens.
It's like SVSU is, for the most part, sticking together aside from top lane. We might be seeing a team fight spark up soon.
We're seeing a little bit of a brawl as they like exchange damage back and forth. Both teams are definitely tedious right now. They don't want... SCSU can't make a wrong play, because they make a wrong play and it could turn upside down for them. And at the same time, we also have blue team where they have to continue making the right plays, otherwise they make a wrong play and they're going to get top on. So we're seeing both teams playing very, very cautiously as that way they both don't get screwed over pretty much.
Like Victor is taking the blue buff currently.
And it looks like he might be channeling back. Yep, he has channeled back.
Looks like we got Malphite teleporting behind them.
However, we do have a Mumu coming in and trying to stop this in mid lane. Stop them getting their tower there. Taking care, Karma finished off by Malphite.
Jinx was also taking out in the exchange. Looks like Nocturne's heading over to try and prevent the huge push in mid lane. Renekton's still currently in top lane.
So, oh no, he's just taking care of Visions as well. In the process. No, Nocturne just took care of Vision Ward and is teleporting back to spawn.
Looks like we have the Amumu and Caitlyn going up to try and catch the Renekton off guard. Not quite seeing where he is though. He's recalling in the bush.
We also see him. Oh wait, never mind. Amumu stopped his call. Seeing Karma and Jinx going up mid lane again. Once again, Victor and Caitlyn meeting them though. Oh no, wait, that's Senna. Not Caitlyn. That's Senna. Them pushing them back, and unfortunately, Karma taking a big chunk of damage right there. Oh, now we're back, going head up towards top lane. Or probably Behrend, or Herald, something. Nocturne taking blue buff. Oh, looks like we have Behrend right now. SVSU keeping an eye on them. Nocturne trying to ult a little bit, or do something. Trying to do something to try and stop SVSU. We have Renekton there as well.
Nocturne might be saving that ult for maybe stealing a Drake or Baron currently.
Amumu finishing off that turret in top lane.
Or it is going to make it a little bit easier to go down top lane and give them a little less safety on Baron for the enemy team.
Kind of watching because we bought both teams. Both teams are up here in the relative area where Baron is. Both teams are wanting to take it, but both teams are being very cautious on making sure that the other team doesn't start it. But it looks like we also have the majority of these players over here channeling back. However, we do have a Mumu on a camp going down towards his red buff area. I think that's myself. Yes.
It's not your fault.
And we looks like we do see Senna and Caitlyn going down towards where Dragon would be. Although I don't know when we'll have a Dragon be spawning up. I would imagine soon. But this next Dragon, if SVSU gets it, that means SVSU does have Mountain Soul.
There is a control ward there to prevent them from looking at how much health the dragon is to reduce the probability of a gank coming in.
And we do have Karma right there.
Taking a huge chunk of damage from the Victor though. Malphite's taking off the Renekton from stealing the Amumu's camp.
Looks like we have a Mumu finishing off the Drake. It looks like now SVSU does have Mountain Soul. SVSU grouping up, except for Malphite. Malphite is just up there taking care of Renekton.
Top laners have kind of been going at it on their own paces on top lane, aside from the occasional gank.
Yeah, they have not really left top lane. I think the only time that we've seen our top laner leave was to help get the Rift Herald, but we're also seeing that these two are kind of keeping it at a constant battle. We're seeing everyone at the bottom on Penn State's side kind of just probably protecting their inner turrets. Their inner inhibitors and stuff. Do have Victor traveling back up his mid to be joined by Senna. Probably just taking care of the minion hordes, that way they can have a little bit of a push. taking care of the chickens, the raptors. The raptors. We also, here's what we could have. We could have SVSU, since they have pushed mid and they don't have any turrets to worry about a mid, they could just go push mid. Or they might play it out and wait until Elder spawns. And then they might try and take Elder.
This does look like they are catching the Swain off guard in bot lane, though, able to take them out as well. That 40-second respawn timer is really not going to do any favors for a fight if one were to break out currently.
Oh, especially with team fights right now. It's not going to be doing you any favor if you are caught off guard right now, because then you wait a big time or a large amount of time to respawn. And it looks like we have 3 people jumping on a Mumu currently. Renekton out there taking a couple swings as well, but it looks like Penn State might be trying to start Behrend after getting a couple hits off of a Mumu. However, we are seeing SVSU initiate the team fight even more. Victor being gone. We saw Jinx gone as well. And it looks like SVSU coming on top for that team fight.
This might be a pretty close-cut game here. We got SVSU ahead by a large amount of gold, as well as
There's objectives for him. So now, as long as none of SVSU dies, they all currently have Behrend buff. Behrend buff is huge. On top of having Mountain Soul.
The funny 420 damage, or the 420 kill ratio at the top there. We looks like this is going to be a pretty one-sided game currently.
Looking at all of our stats here, we got SVSU is up in Drakes by 4. They have a Behrend buff, and they've had 2 Heralds. Wait, they've had 1 Herald. The other one team had 1 Herald as well, and we also have 4 turrets. And then gold difference right now, if I am doing the math right, it's about 7.7k in. Yeah, about 8. Yeah, if I'm doing my math right, it's closer to 8,000. I know, Pip. Just let me math. It is exactly 8k now, if that makes you feel better.
It looks like most of the SVSU team is pushing mid currently, but with Victor staying behind on the bottom to also get a push going on with the Baron buff. Malphite's rushing in to try and
Malphite's going in and taking off big chunks of damage off people. Malphite's just a giant tree rocket. He is definitely going to be the first person to go barreling in, because he's a heavy set, like, shield, pretty much. Jinx being taken out, though. We have all 4 of them are kind of, like, grouped up together, taking lots of damage off of the opposing team.
Cannon Baron minion is taking off quite a bit of that tower's health.
We also have Victor just coming up from bot lane, taking care of all that, too. With a big minion horde as well. So
one inhibitor down. Doesn't look like the other team has much of a chance to fight back with the Dragon Soul Baron buff.
not particularly.
Left difference.
Although the entire team is pretty much spawning up at once. However, it does not look like enough, because we're just seeing damage being taken everywhere. And that's the inhibitor right there. That was a good game for both sides. We're seeing... Okay, sounds good.
That is 1 win for SVSU currently.
It's 1 win.
Out of the set, at least.
I know that it's now ECAC has changed it to where it's the losing team now chooses the side that they're going on, so I imagine we're just going to be staying on the same sides. I don't know if you've transitioned it yet, Pip. But I know that we'll be transitioning into the intermission. We will be right back as Pip and Tony finish stuff for game 2.
Mike.
I don't know. Pip has his name.
Let's see.
I don't know. I don't know if you transitioned into the intermission yet, Pip.
I might take the walk.
Okay. I'm just gonna. I am. What's up? Yellow? Pip, can you hear me? Okay. Yes, I can hear you. What's up? Okay. 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 Okay.
I'm back.
I think. Hello, hello, welcome. Welcome back to the stream. We are currently on the draft site once again. Going to be starting this second game in a couple moments. I'm going to take a guess here. We might be seeing a lot more steaded bans across the board rather than the majority of them being jungle bans this time. I think we might be seeing a lot more of a like spread out kind of like a spread out agenda rather than the majority of it being against our jungle. I think we're probably going to see a little bit more of a wide span of bans. So everyone is banning as equally as possible. Oh, and we are starting off with bans off of Penn State side. It looks like Penn State did choose to stay on blue side. So we are once again going to be in the top right-hand corner. Belveth was their first ban. Our first ban was Jax. Second ban off of their side is going to be Senna. Second ban off of our side is Vayne. Third ban off of their side is Soraka. Our third ban is Blitzcrank. So now we get to see the top 3 picks for both teams.
We're seeing very similar bans on the SVSU Cardinals side so far.
We're definitely seeing we're seeing one different ban so far from Penn State side, and that's the Senna. Oh, they picked a Mumu this time. They took it a Mumu. Well, it's gonna be interesting.
Mumu has been giving them trouble last game,
Oh,
but
we're
looks like
seeing
we have an
Udyr. Oh no.
Udyr, more like oh dear, because now they're gonna have to deal with that.
All right, so now we're seeing an Ashe pick and a Victor pick, and then we see a Nami pick. We're seeing a different comp come from Penn State. Seeing somewhat kind of similar comp so far from SVSU, because once again, we're seeing a Victor, and we are seeing a Caitlyn again. We're seeing a 4th ban from SVSU that is going to be Gnar once again. We're seeing the exact same ban comp from SVSU, I think. Oh, they banned the Malphite! And we are banning Fiora. Ooh, that's a different one than last time. And their last ban? Do 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 do.
It does seem like what is it, Penn State for Behrend?
Yes.
It does seem like Penn State is not too happy with the Senna and Malphite's behavior last game.
Probably not.
Morgana.
Ooh. That's weird. I don't remember the last time somebody played a Morgana on the SVSU side. So that's not one that I've seen very often. Anywho, so now what they left out, they basically took our top and our support. So now we gotta see. They're giving Lucas the Sona. Oh no. That is a character, other than Soraka, Sona and Senna are Lucas's other 2 mains for support. They gave us a Sona. Oh, we're seeing an Annie! Oh god, that's one I don't see very often either. Now their last pick. So they have a support, they have an ADC. Annie's probably going to be their mid, and one was their jungle. We need a top, I think, off of their side. And then we need a top. What are we going to see? A gangplank! What are we going to see for SVSU? Who is Shane going to pick? Because they took Malphite away from Shane. Or if you guys would like to know usernames, SVFF15 or throw. We're Oh no.
Oh,
This is just a heavy top again.
For all the viewers, I hope you like that old arcade game Donkey Kong, because there's gonna be a lot of barrels on top lane.
So gameplay.
That's pretty much all Gangplank does, is
You're
make
not
barrels.
wrong. So it's gonna be Gangplank, Amumu, Annie, Shinami versus Ornn, Udyr, Victor, Caitlyn, Sona. So I'm gonna be honest, we're pretty much seeing a similar team comp off of SVSU side, really for the Udyr. Because we had the Amumu, and I mean Amumu and Udyr are tanks. They both are tanks.
What must
But let's look at Udyr for a second.
Yeah, with this new rework, well, I guess not really new, but when I saw it, it was pretty recent. They've changed a lot about his character, and he's been a little bit more viable in games a lot recently.
Yes, let us rerun through this lovely, lovely drafting process and see where everyone is going to be positioned. Yeah, so like I was talking about the bans earlier. The only different ban that we're seeing now from SVSU is Fiora. Because I don't think they banned a Fiora last time. But we look over at Penn State's side, and obviously they weren't too happy with how we were playing with Malphite and Senna. So they obviously banned those. They kept the Bel'Veth and the Soraka bans. And then, I don't know where it came from, but they brought a Morgana into it too. Which is very interesting, because I'm wondering where they got the Morgana ban from.
Well, with how many stuns the Senna was getting last game, I can see why they would ban the Senna as well as the Morgana, because the Morgana is also very stun-heavy as a character.
Right. Now we're seeing the last final bans, although we have pretty much gone through the bans, so we're just waiting on this lovely League client to catch up
your
with us.
worst decisions will haunt you.
I'm just wondering where, like, I get why Morgana is probably heavy, would be banned because of stun heavy. Maybe she's also kind of like, I don't know, worst after the patch came out, or well, maybe did. So she's probably bad to go up against. But whenever I look at bans, I like to sit there and think of what to ban. And when I think of what I'm banning, I'm thinking of what the other team is good with. Sometimes I'll ban like things that are pretty like OP, like if Asol wasn't already like on ECAC's like no list, I would ban him because he's like busted right now. But I would mainly go for what my opposing team is good with.
I'm the exact opposite way. I only ban Mordekaiser and only Mordekaiser. I've had
I don't blame you.
too many bad memories with that character.
I don't blame you.
Multiple tears have been shed by the hands of Mordekaiser.
Alright, so yeah, these are the lineups. You know, the lineups I said were going to happen. But we are looking at this. We're still kind of seeing a heavy top. Like, a heavy top versus a heavy top. Because last game we had Malphite and Renekton. Now we're seeing Gangplank and Ornn.
It's gonna be hard for Ornn to go against Donkey Kong. I mean Gangplank up top though. Those barrels are gonna cause a little bit of trouble maneuvering around them, trying to get minion kills and such.
Now we have Victor and Caitlyn. So the other team must have not thought that those were. They must have thought the Senna and the Malphite were more of a threat rather than Victor and Caitlyn, because those two got let through again as well. Although I'm wondering why they took the Amumu this time, because they like first picked Amumu this time, so Tyler didn't get it.
Well, let's see what Tyler can do with Udyr instead.
Oh, Udyr. We love an Udyr. Very, very much love the Udyr. We get to see the Spirit Guardian skin on him too.
I better
It's
see
beautiful.
good skins from both teams. Otherwise, there's gonna be problems. I'm not telling you what problems there will be, but there's gonna be bad luck, bad mojo going on.
If we do not see good, does it have to be good skin choices, or is it just like they have to have a skin?
They just have to be objectively good skins.
Because I feel it should be if they even have a skin. If they don't, then we laugh at them.
That's true.
Because that's what I love doing, is going into games and looking at people who don't have skins and laughing at them.
So what I'm hearing is you like going into games and saying, haha, you're poor.
Okay, I can't really laugh at that because I'm poor myself. They have to have somewhat decent skins, so I can't lie. They do have to be somewhat good looking skins.
Well, we'll see. I'll be the
hope-
judge and the executioner here.
Oh god, executioner, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna curse them.
Oh,
I'm gonna place a hex on the team.
please don't place a hex on SVSU.
Well, they better have good skins then.
Yes, you did. You said like the first part of it, Pip, and then you went mute.
Alright.
Alright, spectator delay is over. Let the games begin.
Let's see what skins we got cooking up here.
Wow. I think we're gonna get like the quickest glimpse of them, just as an FYI.
Oh.
I don't like the Abubu.
Oh.
The only one that didn't have one was Sona. Oh no.
No, the Orn also didn't have one.
Oh, Orn also did? Oh, that's Shane.
Well,
Shane and Lucas. Oh no.
you know, honestly, I'm not that impressed with either team, to be quite honest. So it kind of cancels out.
I don't like the Emumu skin at all.
Okay, do better, both teams. Come on.
Welcome to Summoner's
Get your money up, not your funny up. You need to get those skins. Come on.
Alright, welcome back to Summoner's Rift, everybody. Game 2 has begun. Let the hatred fly.
It's like everyone's,
Oh. Well,
man,
let's go Orn.
he's straight up grooving.
I will vibe with Orb. Orn. Not Orb.
Orb.
Orn.
He's kind of built like an orb when you look at him. He's got a very round physique.
I do, Pip. I will... it's like control, and then you have to hit the mouse wheel and zoom out.
Control and then hit the gritty.
It's not. Okay, I can mess with it later as well. Oh, yeah. My notebook with my buttons is back at the dorm. So I will grab that for you. No problem. Anyway, we already see a blue buff being taken by a Mumu. Oh, both sides are on their blue buff. Normally they go on their blue buff, so they're on opposite sides. And they go in the jungle
I'm
towards
interested
the
in
end.
the top lane currently because that Gangplank was coming up from helping their jungler there.
Oh,
And since the Ornn didn't really have to help anyone since they were going for the bottom buff, they were able to take out a lot more minions sooner. Puts Gangplank at a little bit of a disadvantage, but he could easily turn it back around.
that's normally when they need like if a jungler needs a leash, as they call it, which basically the jungler will ask, because normally the junglers will start at one of their buffs, and normally they start at blue buff. So, since we're on red side, I'll use that as an example. Since Tyler's Udyr would ask for a leash. That's not the map. Tyler will ask for a leash from his bot laners because his blue buff is closer to his bot laners. So he'll ask for Sona and Caitlyn if they can come up and help him like get that buff down to half health. And once it's down to half health, pretty much, then the bot laners will leave and the jungler will finish it off.
There are quite a few different strategies you can use for that as well, with the amount of different characters there are in the game.
Oh, absolutely.
For example, if you're playing as Heimerdinger, you can easily put down a turret and just kind of leave it there, shooting the jungle buff while you go and burn set up at lane.
Oh, absolutely.
The only problem with that is you gotta make sure you don't accidentally steal it, which 9 times out of 10 actually happens. So.
Hey, Pep. We don't see the game on our side, please. Thank you.
Oh wow, we're spectating League of Legends now.
Oh, grazie.
Looks like the Udyr was close to getting the gangplank. Had to use a flash currently though.
I did not read that. We did not see. I was confused. Oh, Ashe getting the first kill. Oh no.
Gonna put bot lane back a little bit.
We're currently seeing the complete opposite of what happened last game. We're seeing Penn State getting the first kill and starting off with the gold advantage currently.
It does look to me that it looks like the roles are also reversed on the lanes though, because top lane and mid are putting up a lot better of a fight than they were last game.
That's true.
Does look like Gangplank is kind of bullying the Ornn up there though, with the added range and the barrels. It's not that easy to get around.
We are seeing Ornn get in there and get some damage. Not much, but oh,
for the gang.
Udyr taking off a little bit more damage, keeping them concealed and close to him. Getting
flash away from the Gangplank. Ornn is trying to pick up as much of the gold from the minions as he can here, even though he's low on mana and health. Might have to go back pretty soon.
Bomb, my brother. Bomb. We are seeing them kind of close the gap in gold. So, whereas it's like at least 200 right now for a gold difference. So we're not seeing as loose of one as I was just seeing. You're seeing Udyr back currently. In mid lane we see oh, is she wearing the little Red Riding Hood skin?
It does look to be that way.
Seeing Victor channeling back as well. Oh, same with Ornn. According to the map.
Got a lot of people with low mana that had to go back right now. Gonna put them a little behind on gold.
Team bot lane currently just kind of fighting with the minion horde. Bot lane's not having too much of a fun time like they were last game.
Like
we are seeing
charging in currently.
Rar. Udyr's running in, pushing them back. It seems. Actually, probably just getting them away, or getting himself away.
You see the Annie as well as the Amumu coming in.
Ooh, that's. Oh.
We got an entire party down on bot lane right now, but there's not much that can be done about it.
Can we get the Amumu skin out of here? I don't like it.
What do you not like about it?
I don't know. I just, you know, just looking at it, I don't. Well, his splash art first off terrifies me.
Well, at least he doesn't have a rat piloting him this time.
Oh yeah, like his cat. Yes, that is correct.
Looks like the Ornn is dealing quite a bit of damage to the Gangplank there. Not getting too much off of it while he's near the tower, though. We're not quite able to finish up the Gangplank, and Gangplank does use his ult there.
Victor taking care of Vision right now. Oh, but we do see right now, it is Ornn, Sona, and Caitlyn initiating and finishing off the Chemtech Drake that was there.
Correction, it was Udyr, not Ornn. Not to be that guy, but you said, yeah, you said Ornn at the
Oh,
beginning.
Sorry. I thought I said.
Just want to clear up confusion.
Yes.
The Ornn is still doing work though.
That is
Going
true.
back to him, he's using Demolish on the tower there to do
Although
quite a
we
bit
do
of damage
see
to the plates.
the depressed 2008's child in the bush.
He's just sitting there. He could have easily jumped on the door there,
Sorry,
but
to make an emo joke.
bot lane is trying their absolute best to stop the minions from coming into their tower.
Yeah, that has been the thing that they've been caught up on for pretty much like the entire duration that this game has started. It seemed like SVSU has been, or bot lane, trying to make sure that the minion hordes are not too big or anything.
If I saw that correctly, it did look like the Ashe ulted, the Victor was able to flash away from it, but then the Ornn got hit by the ult instead. The Ornn ulted the Udyr. Might be able to pick up a kill here.
Ornn getting the gangplank. It looks like Ornn is coming down the river to start helping Udyr with the Herald. Possibly.
He looks like he's finishing off his wave currently.
It's a better thing to do as well. Don't mind me. I don't think Amumu realizes that Udyr is there. Is it? Okay, yeah, I figured. It's just outside of their vision, so.
This looks like Udyr's got a free Rift Herald out of the deal though. Bottom lane is trying to push back with all their might to the enemy team's tower, but
Here.
it does look like bot lane is very low on mana though. Might not be able to do much currently.
It's not the greatest, and it looks like they're both going to be backing, and it looks like the only one in bot right now is Ashe.
We got a
Oh,
You're
Udyr,
getting a surprise Rift Herald out of nowhere.
a surprise.
From
We
the
like
bushes.
surprises.
From the bushes, the Rift Herald appears.
Bringing that turret down to half. Surprise!
It's like a birthday present they didn't want.
I would not want that.
It was the equivalent of getting socks for Christmas right there.
Okay, no, when you become an adult, socks for Christmas, like, slap.
Only slaps if, like, you don't have any socks in your drawers, like, at all.
Alright, look, at this point, if I get, like, a new pair of jeans on Christmas, I'm fine with that.
There's such thing as too many socks. Anyways,
Okay, that's fair.
we got bot lane trying to take out the minions. They can push really hard into the tower. Could be beneficial for Youngster to go for a gank soon.
I don't like Ashe's range.
The Amumu's heading down. Probably gonna see a gank coming up here.
Not for a Drake. Tell you that.
Amumu's taking out the ward there, except for now bot lane has seen.
Or their vision. Vision. I can word.
Seems like the bot lane did see that the ward went missing though, and is kind of backed off to their tower to stay a little bit safer from the Amumu.
Smartly.
The Amumu's heading back into mid lane, but the Udyr seems to be coming down. Might be seeing a fight break out here in mid. Does seem like the Penn State was able to hide in their tower quick enough though. Ornn is still pushing the tower up top lane.
Ow!
Was able to, if I saw correctly, yep, get another armor plate. Ornn getting all that gold from the armor plate is not good for the other team, as he can just build items while in lane.
The Ram. That's one thing I love about Ornn is his ability with the Ram.
The ultimate. Yeah, it is very good CC, not to mention the damage it does as well.
Although these barrels do seem kind of annoying.
Oh, they definitely are. I can tell you from a person who once played this game, it is not very fun to play against Gangplank. The Ornn is currently hiding in the bush.
Oh, we are seeing a Cloud Drake now, and it looks like Udyr is already starting it. Might be trying to see if his bot laners can come up there, but they're kind of a little bit busy.
Might be a little bit more beneficial for him to take it out on his own, as he doesn't really look like he needs much help here.
It does look like Caitlyn and Sona are still coming up though. Probably just to knock it down faster. But it does look like Ashe and Nami are kind of closing in on where they were. However, Udyr looks like he's coming down. It looks like
Mountain Dragon.
wow, Mountain Soul again.
Come on, game. Be a little bit more original next time.
Be more creative. Can we spice things up and see an Ocean Soul?
No, that'd be too boring. See, like, when's the last time we've seen a Kentech before. When's the last time we've seen, like, it's like a Fire Drake? What's the last time we've seen a Fire Drake Soul?
It's been a while since I've seen an Inferno Soul.
Does look like Victor went in there to try and dive the tower, but took a lot of damage in the meantime from it. There's a fight breaking out on bot lane. They might be able to pick up the kill here.
Ashe unfortunately getting taken out, or taking out the Sona. Looks like Udyr is taking him out though. Ashe getting Caitlyn as well. However, Udyr taking out the Ashe, and it looks like he is chasing down the Nami and taking out the Nami.
Well, that is good for our jungler. It's not looking too promising for our bot laners currently.
Oh, absolutely not. Not their bot laners either. Ornn is just chilling in a bush, as per usual.
Gangplank used both of his wards to try and find where the ward was, though.
Very good. Make them waste their vision. Waste it. We are seeing Victor come right back up to mid lane though. We're seeing Mumu taking out his camp. Victor in mid lane trying to help his minions take care of their minions. Ornn does not seem to be having a fun time.
We got Ornn staring at a barrel, as per usual with Gangplank.
Ornn is not having a fun time up there. Oh, but we do have Udyr taking out the vision that the Gangplank put down. Victor trying to hit Annie a little bit.
Probably in the Ornn's best interest to recall right about now.
Annie looking like she from the movie Hoodwinked. Ooh, that Ashe. Looks like Victor is going up the river to go help Udyr at the Herald.
Does look like
Amumu is outside of it though.
mid lane for Penn State is taking quite a bit of damage though. Ornn's going back to put some CC onto Amumu. He gets the kill for it.
Nice, nice.
Rift Herald also was taken down.
Yes, it was. And it was taken by SVSU. I don't know why. We have not been getting alerts for it, so I'm a little concerned, but it's okay. We are seeing SVSU get a little bit of a lead once again. Both SVSU once again has 2 Drakes, 2 Heralds.
Annie taking a lot of damage from the Victor ult. Luckily, she was able to kind of outrun it.
Has to channel back though, which is very unfortunate.
Probably gonna see a tower in mid lane being broken here. There we go.
Right there. Minion finishing it off. Currently seeing a couple of bounties on our scoreboard too. Wow. Someone has a 100 gold bounty and the other has a 150, I believe. That's what I saw.
Ornn is using Demolish to tear through that tower, little by little,
See.
bit by bit, atom by atom. He is slowly tearing through.
Oh, and a boom room's on the way too.
Got a team fight breaking out here between the bot laners and the junglers.
However, Caitlyn taking out the Ashe.
Moon's taking a bit of damage too. Caitlyn also taking out the Nami with an ult.
Oh, looks like Victor was trying to get them. Ooh, Udyr summoning the Rift Herald in bot lane, taking
They're
out
able
the
to,
bot tower.
Get rid of the tower before the Herald has a chance to charge. So now the Herald saves a little bit of health for the next tower.
Absolutely. Charge to the next one. Charge, my little thing. Annie trying to stop it. And Udyr taking out the minions, so nothing stops it. Get the other turret! Wow!
We have quite a bit of damage down here. We might be able to just take the other turret right away.
Ow.
There it goes.
There it goes. That's 2 turrets off of with the Herald. Although technically the first one did not get taken out by Herald. Victor taking out Amumu once again. That's the enemy jungler out again. Orton taking quite a bit of damage from Gangplank up in top.
It's like SVSU has certainly turned around the game from the when we saw it in the start, with a now positive gold difference, 2 Drakes on their belt, and as well as 2 Rift Heralds.
3 of our people have 150G bounties as well, and that's Udyr, Ornn, and Caitlyn. Slaying the 3rd dragon of the game, getting the Mountain Drake. 1 more and they get Soul.
That 3rd Drake is quite a bit of pressure on the other team. We got to see how they deal with it, because that could lead them to SVSU to getting a free Behrend in the end, or getting a Dragon Soul. So it does put a bit of decision making on the other team currently.
Top lane's final turret on Penn State side is very, very low, I must point out. So that'll either be, that could easily be taken out by a minion, or Ornn might be trying to find a way to like secretly get it without Gangplank getting it.
That bush right there on top lane.
Victor
Got
coming
Victor
up
coming
there.
up.
Victor, ooh.
Yep.
Ooh, Victor coming up to help take it, taking that first turret in top lane. That's 4 turrets taken by SVSU within the last, like, 5 minutes. Or at least probably 2, 3, something like that.
Well, the one was taken out a long time before, but
That
same
is true.
total of 4.
We'll say a total of 5, just to make me sound somewhat
team's
better.
turret has been destroyed.
There goes another one taken by one of SVSU minions. I believe that would probably be the one in mid. The second one in mid? Holy crap.
It does look like SVSU is certainly pushing down those lanes as hard as they possibly can. Quite a few bounties on those towers, though.
Oh, right, it shows up at the bottom. I can see that.
They're playing a very strong defense from SVSU. Not a single tower has been taken yet.
Seems like SCSU is pushing in very, very quickly. Seeing Udyr go and get the Grump in enemy jungler. Annie is channeling up back from top lane. Never mind, I think Annie realized Udyr's there. Oh,
That
never mind.
Victor doing a lot of damage to Nami there in one ability.
Ooh. Ooh!
Finishing off the
Gangplank God!
ultimate as well.
Victor is giving quite a bit of damage. Udyr is chasing that child. That Annie.
Killing spree.
Looks like Udyr has a little bit more speed,
Don't-
but she used the blast cone.
Udyr is chasing this small child. Oh, never mind. Annie has gotten away.
Turret has been destroyed.
Not quite. There is still a time to
Right.
recall.
Oh.
Oh!
Oh! Dang.
Inhibitor has been destroyed.
Seeing Victor take out an inhibitor, we're seeing them push mid really hard right now. Oh, Udyr starting Baron as well. I think Sona,
Keeps
Or-
everyone partying up.
everyone is going up there to help this Udyr. It looks like they're gonna take this Udyr and they might be able to get soul
This
for this as well.
this Baron that not only applies even more pressure onto the lanes, but it gives them quite a additional
There-
buff and damage as well.
Oh, everyone looks like they're channeling back. Ooh, I forgot that. That's how channels back in. I love that. Looks like we got Nami and I believe it's Ash in mid lane right now taking care of that minion wave. But it looks like we also have a Moo on our Raptors. We do have Mountain Drake spawning in a minute and a half. Approximately. So this is a very big moment because we'll either see SVSU claiming Soul, or hopefully we can see Penn State trying to do something to turn around and maybe doing a big play so then we see a little bit more action. Which could happen. It is League.
Currently, SVSU is
SVSU
pushing
is.
through these lanes though.
Yeah, SVSU is.
They're putting on the pressure, that's for sure.
Absolutely. They are just chilling near the Drake spawn, probably just waiting, making sure that that Penn State doesn't appear. But it looks like Penn State is kind of hovering around top lane, probably trying to make sure that that last inner turret doesn't get taken.
Victor is trying his best to push as far as he can up there, though, with the Behrend buff. It seems like they're able to tear through quite a bit of it, though. Yeah, SVSU still sitting over near the dragon, or going near bot lane, waiting for a few of the minions. They're cut off even further through the lane.
What's going on here?
Got people playing Ring around the Rosie in the dragon.
It's just like a bonding exercise.
Well, he came to push them both away from each other, so...
Dang.
The dragon was not too happy with that experience currently.
Team bonding exercise. We're gonna play Ring Around the Rosie and see who can give the most damage to the Drake. Ooh! Victor taking quite a bit of damage, and unfortunately not enough, and Annie taking him out. It's a 350 gold thing to give to Annie. However, it does look like Victor did take out Annie in the process as well. We do see Ornn and Sona, Caitlyn in bot lane pushing it up. It does look like Udyr is on his way as well. They do have Mountain Soul right now, so they are pushing.
The minions were also able to take out most of that tower on their own.
That is true. We do have SVSU kind of pushing, though. They're doing a lot of damage.
That's 2 inhibitors down for SVSU. Still no towers taken for the enemy team. It's going to be really hard for them to push back from this. Ornn's kind of taking all the damage from those towers. Might be enough to take him out.
Ooh!
Not quite.
Ooh, Ornn getting out there with just a sliver of health.
Teddy Bear was taken out as well.
I forgot Teddy Bear. Teddy Bear's in.
Yeah, it hasn't been out very...
It has not been out very often.
They've kind of had the SVSU's had the damage advantage to just take it out whenever it gets sent out anyways, so...
Ornn taking out that turret. He must have TP'd back in. Because I did not realize he was back already.
SVSU is taking a bit of damage, but with
right now it is...
how they're pushing, it doesn't look like they're, the other team has much of a chance.
Oh dear, like 33 seconds though. However, it does look like without the jungler, SVSU is doing just fine. And there is the Nexus. That is game 2. That is a 2-0 win for SVSU.
Absolutely well-fought victory for SVSU.
Little stats. We see Victor coming out with the most damage as well. Although that's not surprising.
Not very surprising with his ult spreading through anything that it touched, as well as the laser ability doing most of the damage.
Him, I see Gangplank, and then I think it's Ashe, and then Caitlyn, and then Ornn. Those are all in like the 10,000 plus.
All of this without a single tower being taken.
Off of the enemy side. Yeah, that was an easy 2-0 win for SVSU, it seems. Good job to both teams, though. And I think that's going to be all for us tonight. So I hope you all have a wonderful evening. Thank you for tuning in again. And hope to see you guys on Monday when Super Smash Bros. Plays.
You gotta be there. It's gonna be great.
Connor might play.
I probably will.
Probably.
We don't have many people on C team currently.
All right. Hope you all have a wonderful night.